All right, so let's go. Here's what I want to talk about. Last week was awesome being on the road. Last week getting to Atlanta, spending time with Adam Burge, always love that. Guys, he just rolled $4.5 million into Burlington Alliance Capital Management. A big chunk of that's going into an annuity. I love seeing people win. It's just exciting because I know what that'll mean for him. I know what that'll mean for him. It's just exciting. I love being around people that want to win and then see them win. I love it. And then we had 3 razor sharp people at the Atlanta meeting, brand new, under Devon Fitz, part of Mike Guerra's group. I'm telling you, that group is they keep bringing in sharp people. If they can keep them coming back and get them in the, I'm telling you, he's bringing in the raw material to make this thing grow crazy down there. Then being in Fort Lauderdale with Gustavo and Mercedes, I always love being around warriors. I love being around fighters. Those two are fighters. And then in Denver, dude, we met this sharp it was two brothers that want to build the business together, massive network all over the country, going to be a part of Dave Fleming's team, of Panda's team, again, under Garrett. I'm telling you, Garrett's going to take over. Golly, it's awesome to see. I'm just so proud of Mike Garrett and what's going on his team, and seeing these people come in. I'm just like that. They got all the intangibles. Will they do it? Right? I know they can. And when you see those people, it's like, God, let's help them. Let's do everything we can. Getting on a Zoom later on, in fact, immediately after this call, Nick Greco's got some razor sharp people he's bringing. It's that whole group's going crazy. It's going crazy all over the country, guys. So here's what I want to talk about. I want you to win at that high level. I want you to win at a higher level than you're currently winning. I want you to win at a higher level than you're currently winning in all the areas of life that matter. That's what I want. Now, let me tell you, the key thing, the people that win are the people that don't quit. The people that win are the people that don't quit. I know that sounds overly simple, but that's the truth. That's how it is. And you think about it like this, right? If you think about effort and what we actually got to give, here's how most people work. They'll push to about 25% and then they'll quit. Or maybe they'll push to 50% and they'll quit. Then you get into some rarefied area, you start pushing to like 80% to 90%, and then they quit. Let me tell you something. This last 10% is where winning lives. So if you want to win in any of the areas of life that matter, you just got to get your mind right. I'm not going to be a 25%, or why? They get nothing done. They don't get anything done. And they think it's just fate. They think it's their circumstances are unlike anybody else. They think, but the problem is they let up. They let the foot off the gas at 25%. The people at 50%, they think the same thing. They go, well, it's just, you don't understand. I'm telling you, winning is right here in this last 10%. How do you get to that last 10%? It's a simple word called persistence. The persistent people win. People that are persistent, people that finish, that's who wins. That's who wins. And so what I want to talk about today is how to be more persistent, how to grow your current level of persistence. You might say, well, thus far, Stephen, I feel like I've only been like a 50% person, and then I get distracted or I get discouraged. I feel like thus far I've been an 80% person, and then I get distracted, I get discouraged, or I just, I can't, or I feel, okay, hey, awesome. We're all in this together, right? None of us are a finished product. We're all works in development. So wherever we're currently at, the things I'm going to talk about, the 8 things I'm going to lay out over the next little bit here, these 8 things will help you be one of the last 10% people. If you'll just put them to use, I promise you, you will become a last 10% person just by doing these things. What's the number one thing? The number one thing is definiteness of purpose. You've got to have a definiteness of purpose. The reason these folks let up is that they're not clear on exactly what it is they're trying to get done. Does that make sense? That's why they're confused. That's why they're always just so bogged down, because they don't have a definiteness of purpose. It's not clear what they're trying to accomplish. The amount of clarity you have in your purpose, what it is you're trying to create, will give you the strength and the focus you need to finish. the degree of clarity is exactly equal to the degree of strength and focus you're going to have. You got to be crystal clear. And we've all talked to people like this before. You know, they're thinking about joining the business and they're like, well, I'm in this business. I'm also 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 in this business. And they're not getting anything done because they're scattered all over. They're not crystal clear on what they're trying to create. I am only, and I mean only, trying to accomplish a few things. That's all I'm trying to accomplish. I've got the 3 big areas in my life that matter, and I'm crystal clear on the few things I'm trying to get accomplished. Now, I'm not trying to be a great juggler. I'm not trying to be a great card player or whatever. You see what I'm saying? I'm crystal clear. There's only a few things I'm trying to be really, really good at because they matter a lot to me. When you get that definiteness of purpose, when you get that clarity strong, watch your focus get stronger. If you've been scattershot and just given a lot of different things, 10%, given a few different things, 20%, here's what I'm talking about. You reduce and amplify. You get a clear purpose. Here are just a few things I'm out to get done. Watch your energy come back. Watch your focus. Watch this, just the strength and the resolve come back. It's that definiteness of purpose. You cannot have 12 definite purposes in life. You can't. Just check in with anybody that does. They don't get anything done. They don't get anything done. And they think it's just fate and circumstance and all that stuff. They blame it on, but they're just scattershot. Definiteness of purpose requires narrowness. Definiteness of purpose requires narrowness. You got to be narrow on these are the things that matter to me, and this is what I'm out to do, and this is exactly what winning at these looks like to me. When you get that clarity, I'm telling you, it's just crazy what it'll do for you as far as focus, strength, resolve. It's going to feed persistency. All right, so that's number 1. Number 2, and what it is you're trying to get done, you got to have desire. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Do you really want it? Here's what shows up. Want to shows up in work. Want shows up in work. I've tried to coach people before in the past that I want my marriage to be great. I want my marriage to be better, but then the work, they don't put the work in. They don't leave the love notes. They don't learn their spouse's love language and then make sure they express that love that way. They don't do the work. Does that make sense? Do you understand? I want to get physically fit this year. The work will show what you want. I want to go partner. Okay, the work will show what you want. I want to go regional manager before family reunion. The work will show the want. Does that make sense? Now, here's one thing I'll tell you about the work. You have to put the work in long before it feels like you're getting anywhere. You've got to put that work in to show that you want it. But just know if you have a hard time putting in the work, it's a want to problem. And anytime we have dysfunction, it causes confusion. Meaning, I want a great marriage, but I won't put in the work. I'm causing confusion. That's dysfunction. I want to be this year to be the year I get in better shape and take care of myself better, but I don't put in the work. It causes confusion. Confusion is dysfunction. I want to go partner, but I really don't want to run the amount of appointments it's going to take for me to issue pay 20 to 30,000 every month and recruit 10 people a month and travel to go see them and help them. You know, that's why when I see stuff like Mimi's doing, I get so excited. When I see people putting in the work, I'm going, she wants it. So now I can coach her different because she's putting in the work. And she's not the only one. There's a lot of you guys out there putting in the work. That's just one example I picked off the top of my head. But I'm telling you, the want to shows up in the work. So if that doesn't match up, you can make that, you can fix it, but it's a desire problem. You don't really want it if you're not putting in the work. Does that make sense? And whenever our audio and our visual don't match up, that's what's called dysfunction in humans. All right. So desire. Number 3. Self-reliance. You say, wait a second, I thought I had a team here. I thought we were a team. Yeah, we're a team. We are absolutely a team, and you got a team behind you, 100%. But the team can't finish for you. The team can help encourage you along the way, provide support, provide ideas, but the team can't finish for you. Does that make sense? The team can't finish for me. The cavalry, here's a belief you've got to just accept and digest. The cavalry ain't coming. I still remember the guy from The Pursuit of Happiness. I'm drawing a blank on his name. We had him come in and speak. That was the first thing he said. You got to believe the cavalry ain't coming. And if you think about it, it makes perfect sense, because that's how a lot of people live their life. They live their life like someone else is going to come in and make them happy. That someone else is going to come in and solve all their problems for them. That someone else is going to fix it. Someone else is going to pick the trash up off the floor. No. If it's to be, it's up to me. That's the mentality of a winner. I'm not going to wait for someone else to do for me. I'm going to be the one that finishes it. Once you get that down and you just go, hey, no one's going to finish the job for me. No one was put on this earth to make me happy. No one was put on this earth to singularly swoop in and save me at the last minute all the time. If it's to be, it's up to me. That's someone that will finish. See, because if without that, then we're a victim when people don't come through. Then we're a victim of circumstance and fate and all of it. If it's to be, it's got to be up to you. You got to be the one that finishes. I got to be the one that finishes. And again, the things I'm talking about, this applies across the board. Whether we're talking business, whether we're talking relationships, people that fit, people that go, if it's to be, if I'm going to be happy, it's up to me. Those are the people that win. Same thing applies to business. If you're going to go partner, it's going to be because you finish. We're going to help you. We're going to encourage you. We're going to love on you. We're going to high five you. We're going to pick you up when you're down. We're going to help you not get too high so you don't act crazy and wreck things. We're going to do all that stuff along the way. But I need you to be the one that makes it happen. It can't be, well, I don't have any recruits because the person that sets my calendar got sick this week, so I guess I don't have any. That's the talk to someone that ends up here. You and I, we go, well, shoot. If I don't have my recruiter this week, I guess I'm just going to work extra, but I'm going to get it done because I've got to finish. Does it make sense? That's the mentality of the people that win. All right. Oh, here's another thing with self-reliance. Here's a truth you've got to fundamentally accept. And I get this a lot of time when I'm on the road. Stephen, I need you to make me more accountable. I can't do that. I can't do that. No one can make you more accountable than you. No one can make me more accountable than me. Because we're talking about winning. Either we discipline ourselves or we get disciplined by others. I choose accountability. No one can make you more accountable except for you when we flip that switch. Oh, there's a lot here. There's a lot here. But I'm telling you, the mentality of society in general is, well, who's going to fix everything for me? Who's going to? No, me and you, we're leaders. We want to win in the areas of life that matter. So what we're going to do, we're going to know and believe the cavalry ain't coming. And we're going to say, if it's to be, it's up to me. I'm going to make it happen. All right, let's go. Number 4. If you want to be persistent, you got to have definite plans. These folks here, they don't have definite plans. They don't have a schedule. They have a list of suggestions in their head that they're probably going to do this week. They don't have a system. They have some things that they would like to see happen. People that are persistent have definite plans. They make plans and they stick to them. When I make a plan to go see people on the road to help them, that's exactly where I'm going to be. You don't have to wonder if I'm going to show up. I'm going to show up. That's how leaders are. I was thinking about the Marcus Seta training, which, guys, I just as a sidebar, I know some of you are like, "What? I didn't get an invite." I know. I wanted everybody there. Now, through my sheer nagging, bothering,
leadership type manipulation, we had the most seats. Our team had the most seats at that training. So we 100% dominated that training, but there was only so many seats because Marcus said, no, if it's too big, it can't be as impactful. And you saw how impactful it was last week. Ooh, man, when I landed, I got my text like lit up. They're like, Diana was this, Mimi was this, Sabrina was it. Yeah, you saw how impactful it was. So it was limited, but we had the most seats. And the next time the opportunity comes up, I'm going to empty everything in my bucket out to try and make it happen that we get the most seats again. But I need your help. I need you to grow. Does that make sense? I need your app count to grow. If your app count grows, our app count grows. And if your app count grows, the odds are higher and get you on the next one. I want to get you on that so bad. How to get on that? Oh, definiteness of plans. So we had 100% of our people show up. Why? Because leaders show up. Does that make sense? Leaders show up. Definiteness of plans. So what are your plans? How concrete are you in your plans? I've told many of you that if mentally inside, I don't think of my schedule as a schedule or my calendar as a calendar. I think of it as a covenant, meaning if it put it on my covenant, I've got to do it. Why do I use the word covenant? I like strong words because they make me act better. These people are milly-mouthy in their words. They use soft words. In fact, they won't even put it. I don't want to write it down. I don't need to write my goals down. I'm intrinsically motivated. Okay. There should be some more fruitage, don't you think? Not me and you. Not me and you. We're going to make definite plans. They're going to be crystal clear. There's going to be no wiggle room for us to get out of it. Why? Because you and I need that because we want to win. We want to finish. All right, number 5 that you need for persistence. You need accurate knowledge. Let me tell you something. Nothing will kill persistence. Nothing will kill your ability to persist. Perhaps nothing will kill it more than guessing instead of knowing. These people guess. Why? Because they don't want to read the books. They don't want to go to where the coaching is. They don't want to change because they've got all the best ideas already. Why would I need anybody else's input? I'm brilliant. Mama said I'm special. That's those people. You and I go, look, I only know what I know, and I'm currently doing the best I can with what I got. If I'm going to get here, I'm going to need some more of this. So where can I go? Where can I go? How can I ask better questions? How can I ask better questions? How can I get to where the knowledge I need is, and how can I ask better questions? Let me tell you something. The people here, you and I, the reason we are here and not giving up here is because we don't deal with the discouragement of guessing and not knowing. You see, when you're guessing and not knowing, you're going to face discouragement. And then that's why they give up. And they go, I guess it's just not meant to be. The stars didn't align. Oh, yeah, no, not me and you. We're going to go where we can get the coaching we need. And we're going to be humble. And we're going to say, look, I'm doing as good as I can do with what I already know. I'm already here. Here's what I've created thus far. If I want to get somewhere better, I'm going to need to, I need more. I need to learn more. I need to learn more accurate knowledge. It just like, so yeah, I talk about marriage, like, because marriage, my marriage is very, very important. I got very few priorities in my life. Whenever I can get around people that have thriving marriages, especially a thriving marriage longer than I've been married, I'm like, where are they at and what questions can I ask? Because I don't want to, because people that I'm telling you, it's because they act out and repeat the patterns of behavior they saw as they were growing up. Because that's all they got, right? That's what's in their head and because of what they saw. So they just act that out. And that's why you have generational dysfunction in a lot of families. Not me. I gotta find, I need more coaching. I need more coaching. I need more correction. All right. Number 6. Responsibility to something bigger. When you can develop a sense of responsibility to something bigger, you will push further. Why? We will only push so far for us. But when we think of our responsibilities, we dig a little deeper. We dig a little deeper. When I think of my responsibilities to Chandler and Tinsley, I dig a little deeper. When I think of my responsibility to you as someone on my team, someone under my care, I'm going to dig a little deeper. If it's just to take care of Stephen, I need responsibility, something bigger. When I think about my responsibility to the greater team at the Alliance, to make the Alliance the biggest, baddest integrity partner, I dig a little deeper. But it's got to be responsibility to something bigger than you for you to stay persistent. This is why these folks quit here. This is why they give up here, because they don't want to have responsibility to anything bigger than them. They just don't want it. And then they call their low performance fate, bad luck, or whatever, or it just doesn't work. You and we go, I got to be responsible to this team. I've got to set an example, and I've got to lead. So me stopping here is not an option. It's not an option. It's not something that we don't think like that, because we have responsibility to something bigger. That's what leaders do. That's what people that win do. They're responsible to something bigger than them. And you say, what is that? I gave you some examples. I could give you a few more, but just think, what will make you move? Responsibility to something bigger. Because I know when I think about the leaders on this team, it just makes me so proud, because y'all do this. Whereas I think about some people, I love this team. Oh, I love the Alliance so much. Well, could you do something for it? Does that make sense? Could you maybe put in another $100? Could you maybe bring in 5 more people? I mean, if you love it, let's go. Does that make sense? But that's how low performers think. You and I don't think like that. We go, I've got to set the example. I've got to be the inspiration for others. I've got to create results that will get others encouraged when they're discouraged, because I'm a leader, and that's what leaders do. And I want to win, and that's what winners do. All right, number 7. Willpower. Willpower. How do you get willpower? People, low performers, here's what they think. They think, I guess I must be made different. I'm built different. I don't have willpower like other people do. I was talking with Andy. We were trying to help someone, and Andy goes, he just thinks we want to do the right thing more than he does. Like, he thinks we're different, instead of we're just going, that's the right thing to do, so that's what I've got to do. Here's how you build willpower. Here's how you build willpower. Each little act of discipline builds willpower. Each little act of discipline builds willpower. Every time you do the thing you're supposed to do, it builds your willpower. Why? Because willpower springs from identity. And once you start to mold your identity as someone that does what he's supposed to do, someone that does what she's supposed to do, when she's supposed to do it, how she's supposed to do it. By the way, I'm going to talk about the QQS next week on the Monday message. The QQS, I'm telling you, it's going to be powerful. Ties right into this. You get the QQS right, we're here. Well, I'll talk about that next week. But each little act of discipline, when you do something, when you're supposed to do it, how you're supposed to do it, and the way you're supposed to do it, you develop more willpower. That's why people that, sleep past their alarm, lollygag around, that willpower, that lack of willpower extends to the other areas of their life. It makes me sad when I see that. I'm just like, they think that it's like that. They think you and I are different. They think you and I don't. They think chocolate cake doesn't taste good to you and me. They think you and I don't want to lay on the couch all day and do nothing. They think that's true. But we've just developed willpower through our little acts of discipline, continually repeated. Another part of willpower is mental control. There's 2 things you can think about. And most people, these folks, they spend their time thinking about the one thing. You and I spend our time thinking about the other thing. What am I talking about? The 2 things you can think about, crystal clear. Pay attention to your thoughts the rest of the day and see where you're living. And just move more to the other side. Nobody's 100% on this. You can think about what you want, or you can think about what you don't want. You can think about what you want, or you can think about what you don't want. These folks think about what they don't want all day. Well, I'd hate for that to happen. Sure wouldn't want this to happen. Oh God, I don't want that to happen. Constantly on a loop, what they don't want. Man, I hope I don't have a bunch of no-shows this week. Ooh, I hope nobody quits on my team. I hope I don't have any cancellations on my policy. I hope I don't I hope I don't get sick. I hope I don't. They think about what they don't want all day. You and I, because we want to be here, we go, nope, I can't think about that. I'm gonna think about what I do want. What do I do want? I want a happy, thriving marriage. What do I want? I want to go partner. What do I want? I want to help. I want to help more people go partner in the alliance than anybody else. I want this. I want. Does it make sense? We've got to think about that. So watch your mind over the course of the week, because thinking about what you don't want drains willpower. Thinking about what you do want increases willpower. Thinking about what you don't want drains it. Thinking about what you do want increases your willpower. All right. Let me tell you this too. Fear is eradicated by repetition of acts of courage. Fear is eradicated by repetition of acts of courage. Meaning little acts of courage. I did 5 more door knocks than I normally do. I made 25 more dials than I normally do. I actually spoke up because I saw a sharp person at the store and I said, I'm going to talk to them. Those little acts of courage. The shuttle driver was really sharp. I'm going to speak up. I'm going to say, hey, are you looking for anything on the side? Because I'm telling you, you could kill what we do. Those little acts of courage, they eradicate fear. So if you ever look at someone, you go, God, they're fearless. They're just absolutely fearless. Let me tell you something. They weren't born that way. Little acts of courage, repetition of acts of courage eradicate fear. Now, this is going to help you build what's called automation of persistency. Here's automation of persistency. Because when you start doing these things, you start attacking your definite plans, you're going to build habits that will help you win. You're going to build habits that help you win. When you look at people that just like, it seems so effortless. Why is it so effortless for them? That is not fair. It's effortless for them to win. It only appears effortless. It only appears, you don't have to say words right to win big. It only appears effortless because the power of their habits. That's the only reason it appears effortless. When you go, it just looks like it's so much easier for them. Why is that the case? It's because their habits make it look that way. It's not what it appears to be from the outside. Now, here's the cool thing. Once you develop these habits that keep driving your persistence, you got energy, you got focus, you got mental ability, mental capacity to now work on getting even better at these things and even better of these so that these get even better. It really becomes a flywheel. I'm just telling you, it becomes a flywheel. And that's what you see in people that it looks effortless. What they're, man, it just doesn't look like they have any family problems. It just doesn't look like they don't deal with the stuff I deal with trying to build my business. It looks effortless because of this right here. These drive that drives that. Guys, I know this stuff works. I've seen it in my life. I've seen it in others' lives. I know it will work for you. Holly and I want you to win more than you could possibly imagine. Holly and I want you to set yourself up for the most amazing finish to 2022 and the most amazing 2023 your family's ever had. That's what we want. We want you to win. We want you to win. So I'm telling you, the things I tell you like this, they work. Let's go out. Let's get after it, guys. Family reunion is close. If you don't have your ticket, you've got to get a ticket. If you don't have a ticket, you've got to get a ticket. You've got to get a ticket. If you've got a ticket, then you got to get your plans. If you've got extra tickets because you're like, I'm going to grow, we got to get those seats filled. If you've got extra tickets and you want some extra coaching from Marcus Setta, I can hook that up. I can hook that up. Reach out to me. I'll let you know how to do it. Guys, Holly and I love you. Let's get out. Let's get after it.